Hello, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me. My name is Mary and I will be creating the fourth look for the Cara Beauty Zodiac series. And if you all have been following me, you know that Cara Beauty is one of my absolute favorite brands when it comes to affordable palettes. This one is gorgeous. The shades are simply gorgeous. And Cancer is a little bit more significant for me because it is my daughter's sign, so I will be creating a look represented for her or in honor of her, and I will show you the palette itself. So it does come with the color saver, which I will remove. The palettes are simply stunning. This is the palette. The shades are amazing. I will be swatching at the end, and I'm going to go ahead and read what that says. For that, I do need my glasses. I try to go without them many times, but I'm learning. It's not gonna happen. So this one says, Cancer. Basic? Never. I am a Cancer. When I walk in a room, I already know the vibe. Emotionally sympathetic, naturally kind, but don't let my kindness fool you. I will strike right through. That pretty much describes my daughter for those of you that I haven't talked about her much, but for those of you that I've heard, you know, that does describe my daughter. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the shades and see what I'm going to create. With these palettes, I never know what I'm going to create. I will be creating the eye look, hop off, finish off the look, and then come back and show you the final results. I do clean up a little bit while I'm off camera, but for the most part, you will see how these shades perform, especially the shimmers. The shimmers I absolutely love. So let's go ahead and start with getting the base done. And I do have eye primer, so I'm just going to make sure it's not completely settled in, and then I will set it, and I am going to set it with the one that says Homebody, and it's just putting it all over the lid. It, for me, at least it does for me, it helps all of the shades kind of glide on and just apply more evenly. But that's been my experience. And then we will continue with putting some dark colors, because this palette is a very dark shade, colorful, out of my comfort zone type shades. Y'all know the blues are my struggle, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to go with the blues. Let's go ahead and see what we can tap in here. Oh, and I am going to go with the mattes first, and this one is in the shade Brave Cob or Brave Crab. There I go again without my glasses. So that's what I'm going to apply first, and this time I'm going to do things a little different. I'm not starting at my outer corner the way I normally do, but I am going to add it lightly just to give it some color. And I like this shade. It is not as dark as I thought it would be, but most definitely a struggle shade for me. And if you all have not noticed, I do have very hooded eyes, so that does not help me in the least. And like I said, I do apply it a little messy. I do clean up towards the end or off camera and then show you the final result. So there we go with the blue. As you can see, it is pigmented, not as pigmented as what Caretaker is going to be. That is a dark blue. So I am going to go with that. It's going to be a struggle, but I will definitely do this. That is what's coming off on here. Now I'm going to go into the outer corner, and it's not as pigmented as I thought it was going to be. There it is. It just showed its true colors. So there we go. I will need to do some blending, obviously. And for me, going into the outer corner and darkening it is what helps with my hooded eyes. But that's me. And if you have hooded eyes, what do you do as far as your eyeshadows to make them not let your hooded eye show through? If you have any tips, I welcome them. And in case you all did not know this, one of my eyes is a little bigger and more slanted because of the hoodedness. So it is a little more difficult for me to have them look exactly the same. So it is a struggle for me. And like I said, blue is also my struggle, but I pick up the challenge here and there. And I think that is what I will have. And as you can see, it is pigmented. I did dip in several times. So if it's not as dark as I thought it was going to be, it most definitely is buildable. So now let's go ahead and move on to I don't know. And I'm not going to blend just yet, just removing it from the creases. Now let's go ahead and go in with a little, I was going to do a little brown, but I may do the brown underneath my eyes. And just to give it some dimension underneath the eyes. And I am going in with the shade Sentimental. As you can see, it is pretty brown. It is a pretty shade. I do like it. It's just going to be a quick, simple look. At least I think it will be. And I will be using my finger to do some of those shimmers. And I am going to go with the shade, what is it, Walter. It's this one here. So I will be applying that on the lid itself. As I said, I'm going blues, some brown, not a lot. Take a look at the power, the pigment in this shade. The powerful pigment. Oh my, take a look at that. Now that is a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. And the shimmers in the Cara Beauty, for those of you that have not heard me say it, I absolutely love. I love the pigment. It is buttery, it is creamy, it is pigmented, as you can see. And I like to use my finger because it does add a little bit more pigment to it. And I love it. I love that blue. Just simply love it. So let me go ahead and apply it on the other side as well. And like I said, I will be cleaning up. First I'm going to blend, but I'm only going to blend one eye so that you can see these shades really don't go anywhere when you do the blending. They do stay, especially when you do have a primer, as I always try to have. Oh my, I love this blue shade. I cannot get over how beautiful it is. What do you think about that blue? I love it. Absolutely love it. So now I am going to go ahead and blend a little on this here now that I have that shade in. And I'm just going to just kind of make it not have so much sharpness to it. And as you can see, I'm just bringing it in to darken a little bit on the crease line. But the shade is still there. As you can see, I am blending and it's taking away a lot of the sharpness. Here you have sharp, there you have blending. I love it. So they do blend beautifully. They are very pigmented. They are creamy, they're buttery. They are buildable if they are not as pigmented. And I simply love them. So those are the shades that I am going to use. I will be applying a little bit of blue, dark blue, on the lash line underneath my eyes. But I'm going to do that once I get everything else, because I may need to clean up a little bit but I don't see it if I happen to catch a little bit of fallout, but I don't see anything. So I will go ahead and finish blending this eye, get on with finishing the makeup look, and I will be right back to show you the final look. And this is the look. I love it. Absolutely love it. Blue is my struggle shade, and for those of you that know, y'all know. But once again, it is the Cancer palette, number 4 in the Cara Beauty Zodiac series, number 4 in the Zodiac itself, creating look number 4. I know a lot of 4s in there. But let's go ahead and show you the shades once again. And I will be swatching this. I'm not going to swatch this shade here, simply because it is a very, very light, not going to show up on my skin. But I am going to do the mattes first, and then I will move on to the shimmers. So we have Brave Crab, which is this one. We have New Life. This one is Sentimental. And Caretaker. Very, very deep blue. And here we go. They are beautiful shades. I love them. Take a look at that one. As dark as it is, look at that swatch. One swipe. So let me go ahead and clean the fingers off so that I can go into the next shades. And I'm going to do the shimmers. And shimmers from Cara Beauty are my absolute favorite. There's a story behind it, but let's go ahead and start with the shade Water, which was my absolute favorite of the look that I created. Then we have Extraordinary, which is this one here, and I probably should show you. Extraordinary This one is Water. Then we have Naturally Kind, which is this one here, and Nurturing, which is this one here. And there's going to be one left, and I will do that separately. There we go with Water. And look at those shimmers. Absolutely stunning. I absolutely love them. Now let's clean off our fingers again, or my fingers, and we will do the last one. And this one is, I think I read it correctly, Free Hug, which is a very, very light blue. Here we go. And that is what I have on the inner corner. I didn't do it too much, but I did. Now let's go ahead and add this to the shimmers. Let's go up here. Take a look at that. And that is the entire palette minus the very light shade. Once again, take a look at those. Gorgeous. Simply gorgeous. So let me go ahead and clean my hands here, and I am going to actually do a giveaway with this. Yes, surprise giveaway. I'm going to have you do the word, let's go with July, simply because that is my daughter's birth month and it has to do with the palette itself. So the word July, just anything in there with the word July, anything summary, that would be amazing. As long as you use that word, use it in a sentence, please, not standalone. The top 3 rules that I have for the giveaway are: you must be 18 years of age, you must be following me or subscribe to my channel, and you must have a continental US address. It will be a mystery type gift, but I will be including a palette in there. So join in, have fun, and I will see y'all in the next video. Until then, stay safe, stay blessed, smile always.